If you think heavy legs and swollen ankles just mean you need to walk more, I want you to pause for a second. A lot of people do everything they're supposed to do, and their feet are still cold. Their legs still feel tight, and they still get that burning, irritated feeling. Then one day you step off the front porch. Your leg reacts a half beat late, and something small turns into something bigger. I see this all the time. You work a long shift on your feet, or you sit for hours driving. You get home and park yourself in the chair to watch the evening news. Then you stand up and your ankles feel heavy. Your shoes suddenly feel tighter, and your feet get that pins and needles crawling sensation. You're not lazy. Something in the system is getting stuck. After 50, the signs often show up quietly. Feet that run colder, swelling around the ankles, night cramps, burning, tingling, or getting tired fast after a short walk. And if it keeps going, it doesn't stay just uncomfortable. Your skin gets easier to scrape and slower to heal. A small cut can get inflamed. One fall can rattle your confidence. You move less, and things can slide downhill quickly. This isn't about you not trying hard enough. It's about the trip the blood has to make, down to your feet and then back up again. Walking helps, but for a lot of people, the pump in the legs still isn't kicking on strong enough, especially if you sit a lot or your legs have gotten weaker with age. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 8 moves that are straightforward and easy to do. You'll use a chair, a kitchen counter, and just a few minutes a day, and we're going to start with the simplest one, right at home. You don't need a gym for this part. You need a sturdy chair and your own 2 feet. These first 3 moves are a seated reset. They don't replace walking. They help your legs feel less sluggish and less backed up, so the standing moves later work better. Move number 1 is ankle pumps right in the chair. Put both feet flat on the floor. Sit up tall, but don't tense up. Pull your toes up toward your shins while your heels stay down. Then press your toes into the floor and lift your heels, like you're gently pressing a gas pedal. That's 1 rep. Go slow. Stay steady. Don't do quick little jerks just to rack up numbers. You want a clear squeeze and a clear release. Aim for 20 to 30 reps. Do that 2 to 3 times a day. If your legs are really swollen, you can start with fewer, but keep the rhythm controlled. I'm saying that because after surgery, or after someone has been stuck in bed, rehab teams use this same kind of pumping motion to help reduce pooling in the lower legs. Nothing fancy, just basic mechanics squeeze to push it up, relax to let it refill. Move number 2 is seated knee lifts in place. Sit up straight and get your hips back in the chair. Lift one knee a few inches, then set it down. Switch sides. You don't have to lift high. Don't rock your body. You're waking up the hips and thighs without making your heart feel like it has to chase you. Do a total of 20 to 40 lifts, depending on what you can handle. 1 to 2 rounds is enough. The easiest time to do it is real life. You're watching the evening news and a commercial comes on, or you just finished dinner and you're not ready to jump up and do dishes. Instead of sitting there for another 20 minutes, knock out 1 round of knee lifts, then move on. It sounds small, but it cuts down that legs go dead time after a meal. Move number 3 is seated leg extensions. Keep your back against the chair. Straighten one leg out in front of you as far as is comfortable. Hold for a brief beat, then lower it down slowly. Don't let your foot drop. Do 10 to 15 reps on one side, then switch. After a few days, if it feels easier, you can add light resistance. A resistance band or a small ankle weight is plenty. A lot of research suggests that building leg strength in older adults often goes along with easier walking and climbing stairs. I don't need you to buy the theory. I need you to do the movement right and notice your legs feel less tired when you stand up. These 3 seated moves are just flipping the switch. They get the system running again. Now we stand up and turn the pump on. All right, we're into the standing part. But listen closely. These are not jump around and sweat exercises. These are 3 standing moves to help push blood upward safely. Hold on to a kitchen counter or the back of a chair. Go slow. Stay solid. If you rush just to get it done, you lose the exact thing you're trying to train. Move number 4 is a partial sit down with support, right at the counter. Stand with your feet about shoulder width. Keep one hand on the counter lightly. Don't white knuckle it. Bend your knees just a little. Push your hips back slightly like you're about to sit in a chair. Then stand tall again. That's 1 rep. Aim for 6 to 10 reps. For 1 to 2 rounds. The rule here is no pain and full control. If your knees feel irritated, make the movement smaller. You don't need to go deep. You need your thighs and glutes doing the work the right way. Let me say this straight. A lot of people over 60 don't fall because they're being careless. They fall because their legs are weak, especially on stairs. I remember an older guy who'd go to Costco with heavy bags, and he'd avoid the stairs because he was afraid his leg would give out. When his legs got stronger, that step up felt steadier without him trying to be braver. It was strength and control. Move number 5 is heel raises with a pause. Still using support. Hold on lightly. Rise up. Pause at the top for a brief beat, then lower down slowly. Start with 10 reps. Build up toward 20 to 25. That pause is the training moment. It makes the calf muscle work for real, and it makes you stay steady. Some aging research points out pretty consistently that calf strength is closely tied to staying independent with walking and to fall risk. And I see that in real life every day. Move number 6 is a held heel raise for an even stronger calf pump. Feet about hip width. Rise up. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Breathe normally. Look straight ahead. Then lower down slowly. Start with 8 to 10 reps and work up to 15 to 20 when you got good control. This is one you can do right in your kitchen. You turn on the coffee maker. You're waiting for it to run. One hand on the counter. Rise up, hold a few seconds, and lower down. Keep the rhythm clean, and over time you'll notice your ankles feel lighter. These 3 standing moves push blood upward better, but they're not enough by themselves to keep you from getting wobbly in real life. So we add balance, and we make you steadier. If you want better circulation, don't just think push the blood up. Think stand steady, because every time you get wobbly, you automatically move less. And when you move less, your legs get more sluggish. Move number 7 is sit to stand from a chair. Use a solid, sturdy chair. Put both feet flat on the floor, right under your knees. Lean forward a little and stand up. Then sit back down very slowly, like you're putting the brakes on. If you need it, let your hands lightly touch the armrest or the seat. That's fine. Aim for 6 to 10 reps. For 1 to 2 rounds. The trick is the lowering part. The slower you lower, the more control you build in your knees and ankles. Here's a real-life example. Before you walk out the door to run to the grocery store, or before you get in the car to pick up the grandkids, do 6 sit-to-stands. That's it. A lot of people tell me their legs feel more awake when they step outside. They don't get that stuck, shaky moment right after standing. Move number 8 is a one-leg stand with support. Stand next to the kitchen counter. One hand touches lightly. Shift your weight onto one leg. Lift the other foot just a little. It doesn't have to be high. Stand tall. Eyes forward. Don't claw your toes into the floor. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Then switch sides. Do 2 rounds each side. As you get comfortable, let your hand hover off the counter for a few seconds. Then touch back down. You're training your nerves and muscles to work together. You're not trying to prove anything. Big studies that follow older adults have found that one-leg standing ability is linked to fall risk later on. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying it so you understand this is one of the most worthwhile moves you'll do all day. It keeps you steady, and it makes your leg muscles work continuously. And here are the safety rules for all 8 moves. If you've got a support point, use it. If you get sharp, unusual pain, stop. If you get chest pain or sudden shortness of breath, stop right away. If a joint feels irritated, make the range of motion smaller. Control matters more than height. Put this into real daily life. You don't have to memorize all 8 moves like you're studying for a test. You just need a simple setup you can repeat. I want it practical, the kind of thing you can still do on a busy day. Plan A is a sitting day, do ankle pumps, then seated knee lifts, then leg extensions, 1 pass through, and you're done. Nothing extra. Plan B is a standing day. Go to the kitchen counter. Do the partial squat with support, then heel raises with a pause, then the held heel raise for 3 to 5 seconds each rep. Those three are enough. Plan C is a balanced day. Do sit-to-stands from the chair, then a one-leg stand with support. Those two go straight at steadiness and reaction time. Here's how you run it during the week. Rotate A, B, C. Each session stays under 15 minutes. You don't need to burn an hour. You need consistency. And I see a very American mistake all the time. People are busy all week and do nothing. Then they try to cram it all into the weekend. Monday comes, their legs are sore, and they quit. That doesn't make you stronger. It just makes you feel worse and more likely to give up. Walking still matters, and we're going to make it work better. Walking is still good. I'm not telling you to quit, but walking doesn't fully replace those targeted muscle moves you just did. If you want your walking to work better, add one simple rule before you lace up and head out. Do one or two of the seated moves to wake up your lower legs. The easiest one is ankle pumps. Do 20 reps right there on the chair by the door, then go walk. And build up the smart way. Don't do 10 today and jump to 30 tomorrow. Increase the hold time or the reps little by little. Give it a few days, then bump it up just a notch. Here's the order you'll remember. Just remember this order: reset while you're sitting, pump while you're standing, then work on balance control. Do one short session each day, under 15 minutes. If you've got something steady to hold on to at home, use it. Keep the rhythm even. Stay controlled and start with the easiest group you can do today.